Allister, Patrick, wow, thanks so much for coming. My producer says we've got 3 minutes to air. Let's focus on Mexican immigrants, the Ebola virus, and that crazy madman, Kardashian.
Of course, Jeremy. I'll go into great detail on the world's new boogeyman, Hussein bin Obama Kardashian. I'll have your audience quivering, and pissing their knickers. Big time.
Jeremy, I'll elaborate on how Ebola can appear anywhere, at any time, and destroy even Superman. Your audience will have big shit stains on their tighty-whities. Like, real shit.
Sounds like there'll be lots of excrement in American living rooms. I like it. During the holidays any ratings boost is much appreciated, and fear is the best Kool-Aid, as you both know.
Ah, the holidays, as you say. How come your exalted tribe has an aversion to the word Christmas? Methinks Jesus should not have crossed the money changers at the temple. Bummer.
Allister, we all know Jesus was himself Jewish. Duh. So please don't be ridiculous. Instead, focus on your scare tactics, and we'll pour you a super stiff tanker Rayan tonic. Yummy.
Oh, is that right? Jesus a Jew? No, not what your Talmud says. But hey, those old rabbis were quite fond of their wine, and young scribes too. Regardless, Merry Christmas, Silver.
Well, the Bible says Jews are the chosen people, so I guess Jesus had to be one of them. Besides, those Hebrews sure like to give us politicians lots of cash. So, happy Hanukkah.
Careful, brother. By taking their shekels, you'll owe a debt to old Lucifer himself, which might be okay if you fancy being a Zionist puppet, and dancing over the fires of Hades. Not cool.
Hey, let's leave the esoteric shit alone, Allister. You're confusing Patrick, and bordering on some grotesque anti-Semitism. I absolutely won't allow it. Clean up your act, mister. And where's that goddamn gin and tonic? Can't someone in the green room get off their ass, and mix this cheeky Englishman a drink? Something to shut him up. Oy vey, not a mensch in sight.
Ah yes, the green room. Wonderful memories from my last visit here. I'll run back there myself, as long as that little Gabby stirs my cocktail. I seem to recall she's your niece?
Boss. Please, boss. Seriously. No, really, it's happening again, and just seconds from airtime. Come on, don't. Last time Gabby needed hemorrhoid surgery, for God's sake. She's just 21. Well shit. Damn it, man. I guess Gabby will serve you your fucking drink during our first commercial break, but stay away from her tight little hiney. I'm warning you, Allister.
Yes, Jeremy, that'll be fine, and extra limes if you don't mind, but I can't discount any leering if Gabby's wearing those leopard print thong panties again. Yow. She's quite a Jezebel.
Fine. But for the love of Jehovah, can you just put on your game faces, and get ready to rumble? Maybe work some smoke and mirrors. We're down to 5 seconds, people. Good evening, America. I'm Jeremy Silver, and with me tonight are Sir Allister Collins, British geopolitical and financial expert, and Patrick O'Sullivan, medical doctor and former congressman. Okay, Allister, you have some very dire information on a new world menace. An individual who's been described as having a heart of black ice, and a brain of a super psycho evil genius.
Oh, to say the least, Jeremy. Hussein bin Obama Kardashian, no relation to Kim, is a real black cloud over us all. An Islamic fundamentalist, trained terrorist, and stone-cold killer.
Wow, I just had an icy chill run down my spine. I think I'm starting to quiver.
Me too, chappie. By God, I haven't slept in weeks. This evil Kardashian, not to be confused with the Tarashi one, is omnipotent and crafty. He's based in Syria, but can strike everywhere.
Wow, poor Kim K. This terrible crisis might give her some really bad publicity. People may think she's carrying a weapon of mass destruction in that big high water booty of hers. Kanye, if you're out there watching, man, be super careful, bro. Your girl might become a victim of bullying.
Jeremy, let's not forget the horrible Ebola virus, destroyer of lands, #1 plague of mankind. Worse than Kardashian. Those sneaky little Ebola bastards could be in the air right here.
Oh, I doubt that, Patrick, as Ebola isn't actually airborne. But did I mention Kardashian's really ugly? That he wears a dirty, blood-stained turban? That he eats helpless puppies?
Oh, I'm sure he keeps his turban clean, Allister, and the photo I've seen makes him look like Jerry Seinfeld. But Ebola, now there's a real monster. Kids bleeding from their eyeballs.
Well, I'd rather bleed from my eye sockets than have a razor-sharp dagger plunged into my ear and right through my brain. Brutal. And this killer could be among us in this very studio.
Well guys, neither problem is with us here right now. But tomorrow is another bleak and dangerous day, America, so who knows? Let's take 2, then come back and talk about sneaky Mexicans.
Oh yes indeed, there's my little Yenta. Well, that cocktail should wet my circumcised whistle, and then some. Call me Rabbi Collins if you must, my dear. Well Bridget, I needed that stiff gin and tonic more than you need tit implants and dental work. And that's really saying something. Eh? Bloody hell.
Well sir, these little perky party favors never failed to get a rise out of his lordship. Am I wrong, sir? Besides, big tits and white teeth are so terribly American.
Oh yes they are, and how I'm thankful for that. Now on the topic of tits, can you believe, Patrick, that old Pratt, trying to overshadow my straw man? With a bogus virus? Fucking preposterous.
Judging by your nifty secret handshakes, I assumed Patrick was a fellow Mason, so why aren't you on the same page, sir?
Well, as we say, if you're not Scottish right, then you ain't shite. You see, my dear, old Patty is lower on the golden pyramid. As such, our agendas are not quite in sync yet.
Yes, it did come off a bit clumsy, but I'm sure the CIA will eventually share a piece of that Ebola pie. Oh, that reminds me, don't forget dinner with the PM tomorrow night. Yikes.
Dinner with Cameron? That bobble-headed fruit bat? Fuck off. And I'm sure his insufferably femmy schoolmates will be prancing about. That David Icke is sure to call me a lizard now.
Ah, good one. You should take Ike as your dinner guest. Hilarious? Those reptiles would be frantic. Maybe Prince Philip would show him the cages. A tag team with Elton John perhaps.
Oh Bridget, do behave. Talk of faggy stuff always puts me off. Now drink up. We have an errand before our flight. I promised Penelope I'd get Ellen DeGenerate to autograph her panties. Right then, time for some shameless self-promotion. www.alistercollins.com. Go and enjoy it. Oh, don't forget to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, even your Luciferian overlords.